coming out of the Houston Texans side of things. Jalen Pitre out for the year. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of The Lead. Your host, as always, Harley Dugan. This is The Lead Houston, where it's all Houston all the time. You're never going to find anybody with more passion speaking about your favorite Houston sports teams than this guy right here. Astros, Rockets, Texans. I try to do it all. So go down in the comment section. Let me know how y'all feeling about the Jalen Pitre news. Yes, Jalen Pitre is out for the rest of the year. He had suffered a partially torn pectoral, and this is super unfortunate considering how Jalen Pitre was playing for the Houston Texans in the nickel. Had many doubts. I think a lot of Texans fans are in the same boat. We had a lot of doubts whether or not Jalen Pitre would work in the nickel, slot, star position, whatever you want to call it. The little tweener with Jalen Pitre hanging out in the trenches. As Will Anderson says, he has a condo in the trenches. Jalen Pitre is physical and definitely going to be missed for this defense. But the guy at hand that is going to step up and fill in the position, Jimmy Ward. Jimmy Ward was seen at practice today playing that nickel role that Jalen Pitre does oh so well. And it's unfortunate because Jalen Pitre, I would expect, considering the play he had, the level of play he was creating at the position, I would think an extension is in line for Jalen Pitre, and I wouldn't think it's anything crazy either. But Pitre was playing at a Pro Bowl level. Like, Pitre was definitely flying all over the place, buzzing around, swarming to the ball. Like, the dude is magnificent and is, again, going to be missed. A tough loss for this Houston Texans team. So, yeah, you will rely on Jimmy Ward to fill in that role. And then, hey, knock on wood that, nothing bad happens to him. But it is an upsetting day to see Jalen Pitre no longer back for the Houston Texans for the rest of the year. And I don't expect them back in the playoffs either. I know a lot of people are like, oh, what if we make the playoffs? No, not happening. He's not pulling a J.J. Watt. He's not doing a Cody Rhodes, Hell in a Cell, ugly peck. No, that's not happening. Jalen Pitre is out for the rest of the year. Kalen Bullock is going to have to step up. Eric Murray. I know a lot of Texans fans don't like hearing the name Eric Murray, but he is going to have to step up as well, too. The Texans safety position was a conversation before the season started. I still thought that the Texans were very thin at the safety position, regardless of how Kalen Bullock was going to play this year. Thought the Texans should have added some sort of safety. Who knows? Maybe they try to do something. I don't think so, though. There isn't nobody at this point that I would even consider. I don't even know if Marcus May is available. I know that was one of the guys that comes to mind immediately. Some Texans fans are throwing it around. I don't see it happening. The Houston Texans will be moving on without Jalen Pitre. Christian Harris will be inserted back in, and this defense not fully healthy, but this defense will manage. The defense will continue to do its thing because as long as DeMeco Ryans is head coach and as long as DeMeco Ryans is running this defense, I don't expect much to change. The defense has been swarming. They have been relentless. They have been tenacious all year long, besides maybe the last two games. A good bye week, good enough time to rest up and get ready for what will be the hardest stretch of games in the NFL this year for the Houston Texans. Don't expect the defense to take much of a toll. Yes, these will be missed, but ultimately, DeMeco and this defense will do their thing and continue to wreak havoc across the NFL. As always, guys, go Astros, go Rockets, go Texans. You have a blessed day.